We will start with a couple of plays from the same game. We'll begin with Greater Latrobe. The Wildcats look to be in position to knock off Norwin thanks to a long fourth quarter run by Drake Clayton that put Greater Latrobe in the lead 28-21. Dave Franzak and Tim McCabe have that call.
Handoff. Drake Clayton, open field in front of him. Drake Clayton across the 50. It's a foot race. See ya.
Touchdown, Latrobe. That's Drake Clayton, ladies and gentlemen. And he goes 85 yards for the Wildcats touchdown.
I think it was a big reason why Drake was voted as Player of the Week, Sean. He rushed for over 200 yards, and it looked like that 85-yard run was going to give Latrobe the victory. Didn't quite happen, but it was still a big play in the game.
Yeah, it was, and they were going without their starting quarterback at that point. Bobby Fetter went out in the first half, so Greater Latrobe still finding some offense. They had to rely a little bit more on Clayton. He did everything in his power, but as you will hear, it wasn't quite enough. As it was the Knights who finished on top thanks to an incredible sequence in the final seconds. First, quarterback Luke Lewandowski showed his ability to extend the play. Anthony Perillo was the beneficiary. Then that connection set the stage for kicker Joey Castle to be the hero. Dave and Tim detail the closing moments.
It looks like they're only going to bring three, maybe an outside linebacker. Here he comes.
Lewandowski again steps up. Throws downfield. He has a man wide open. It's caught! Caught inside the red zone. 6 seconds to play and Norwin's inside the Norwin Teachers Federal Credit Union red zone. Student accounts are available at Norwin High School. Savor the savings. Ball is spotted inside the 5-yard line with 6 seconds to play. Tim, do you just go for the field goal?
I would just go for a field goal. I don't think there's enough time to run a play. Number 10.
And they are going to trot out, it looks like. Good snap, a good hold. A good kick!
He drills it.
Has the lead with 3 seconds.
He drills it.
What a great finish for Norwin's first victory of the 2021 campaign. You'll hear all about it in my interview with head coach Dave Brzezinski.
Hey, Castle in the well, it's not the Castle. It's close to the Castle.
You know what? When I talked to Jason Maruco, he did call it the Castle.
Still call it the Castle?
Yeah,
all right,
that's called it that. Now, he's a Greater Latrobe coach, so he might be a little off on the terminology.
Yeah, but it's close
enough. He did call it the Castle when I talked to him last week. I don't know if we have a nickname for Penn Trafford's Warrior Stadium yet, but if anyone has any suggestions, feel free to chime in. It seems like they're going to have a lot to cheer about.
It's funny you say chime, though, because we heard the bell a lot last week.
We certainly did, and I think we'll be hearing it a lot all season long. And for the second week in a row, they wasted no time in getting on the scoreboard. Kaden Yakimali, he took the first play the distance against Hempfield area. Myself and Jack Ridenauer provide the commentary for the first of 4 touchdowns for the future Wisconsin Badger. First play of the contest. Green out of the pistol. Hands it off to Yakimali, and look at this start. There goes Kaden Yakimali. 65 yards. The Wisconsin commit finds the end zone.
Wow, oh wow, Sean. Back-to-back weeks. First offensive play for Penn Trafford, and they're able to just go right down the field and score. Unbelievable. Huge lane on that far side of the field. Kaden Yakimali doing what he's done best all year long in the early year that we've got so far, and taking that right down the field for a quick 6.
I know Paul Grist is getting ready for a big matchup against Penn State tomorrow at noon, but if he's tuning in right now, has to be happy to see his future player take it the distance as the extra point is up. That kick is good, courtesy of Nate Schlesinger.
Well, Cade certainly made a case for him to win Player of the Week. He was one of our nominees this week, but man, you know, you look at that play, Sean, and you say, man, is he a great athlete? But the one thing that maybe some people don't notice is the hole that he ran through.
Oh, he noticed.
The offensive line just does a great job, and you're right about that because Cade always gives a ton of credit to the guys up front.
I think I read something that he scored 4 touchdowns and was only tackled 1 time.
Maybe touched 1 time.
In the game.
Yeah.
So just incredible that the show that he put on and the Warriors as a whole did. Our last high school play of Plays of the Week took place with Mount Pleasant as the Vikings, they were nearly unstoppable in the first half against Derry area, especially running back Aaron Alexson, who showed his finishing strength as he gave the Vikings a 2-score lead in the opening quarter. Chris Smith and Bob Lisinski captioned that powerful run.
Going to send him in motion. It's going to be a handoff to him. He's going to step up inside and looking as he bounces his way into the end zone. Drop that 2-ton boom on somebody. And Alexson, his second touchdown here of this evening. Going to make it 20-8, the Vikings. So extra point to ensue. Alex is going to catch his breath very quick after that little 15-yard run into the end zone, and he's going to be the placeholder. Does it all, does that kid?
Yes, he does. Well, I'll tell you what, the Vikings, their touchdown drives have been 65, 62, and 76 yards. So they've just been marching it up and down the field, and I think they've only had one pass.
Aaron Alexson lowering the boom, looking like vintage Adrian Peterson.
Chris Berman was on the call. Like Mike Allstott used to do.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, yeah. Technically, they do kind of have fullbacks and halfbacks and everything in that offense. So, he can certainly lower the shoulder, as Alexson showed right there. Our final play for Plays of the Week will be at the collegiate level and Seton Hill, as they were playing for the first time since November 2019. They had a dramatic win against Wheeling. And while the Griffins' defense shined, the offense provided just one touchdown. However, it was spectacular, albeit a little controversial, as Michael Alardo caught a short pass, and then he did the rest. Myself and TJ DeStefano are on the call. Jones rolling, low throw. Oh, Alardo makes the catch. Wow. Unbelievable, he's still on his feet. Michael Alardo, a spectacular 43-yard touchdown. You cannot teach that type of balance and ability. We'll have to see that one again, but if Alardo was able to stay on his feet without touching the turf, that's about as good as you'll ever see.
Sean, from down here, he never went down. You can't teach that. Talk about athleticism.
Well, he is down right there.
Yeah, there's the knee down.
And I think the Griffins will gladly take it.
That's right.
As the extra point is up, it is good. Seton Hill's first touchdown of the season.
Yeah, Sean, the replay showed that he may have had his knee down, but thankfully there is no throwing the red flag onto the field, even though we did have a targeting review up in the booth at halftime that I had no idea was going to happen. I get up, turn around, there's two officials behind me, and and they say, "Do you have the targeting video?" And I'm like, maybe. I'll have to look. I have no idea. And they said it's a conference roll. I said, nobody told me. So
luckily you had it.
We did have it, and it actually allowed a player from Wheeling to come back into the game. I told Dan Day about it after the game. He was not upset. He actually said that
they won, so
if they wouldn't have won and that kid would have scored a touchdown or something, maybe he would have been. But no, it was a fun night certainly at Offutt Field. I know it wasn't the prettiest game, but the Griffins, they'll take all the wins that they can certainly get to kind of get this momentum going.
Absolutely.